Hi everyone, here's an overview of our ReggieNet site that will help you get started. So as you can see over here, there is a left-hand column that we refer to as all of the navigation tabs. And so as you're looking at yours, first of all you'll have to do is go to reggienet.illinoisstate.edu if you've not used ReggieNet before. And then TCH 407 should be one of your options for courses. Once you get there, you will come to the home page where you should see my picture, a brief introduction, and as well as my biography. There's also information, the same information that I sent out in the original email to let you know about course access and any communication help that you might need. Below that, you should have the syllabus tab. And if you open that, you will have access to both the syllabus and the summer schedule. Again, I've sent those out to you, but they will always be available there. Below that, you will find Gradebook. Gradebook is whenever your scores are released, you should be able to see how many points you have received out of, if it's out of 100 or out of 60. And so that will help you calculate if you're really interested in knowing where your grade might be at. That will help you keep track of it. Below that, we have the Lessons tab, and this is probably the most important tab that you will find because it has all of our topics and the media as well as information that you will need to complete for each one of those learning topics. And so like the first one is Introduction to Learning Theories. And so for everyone, I give you an overview, and then I provide some instructional material. So I remind you what chapters you need to read. If there are articles, I will have links to them there, and then any videos that you might need to watch. And so for instance, for this first one, I have a video that I have created on my own that you can just watch and listen to right on the screen, and then also a TED Talk that goes along with that first topic area. I oftentimes will also include some additional resources or supplemental videos, and so you can decide if you would like to dig deeper, if you feel like this is a very new topic for you and it would help to extend your knowledge, then I give those additional supports. So that would be an example of what you have for that first lesson, and that would be in week 1. And then the second topic in week 1 is behaviorism, and you'll see the same thing, an overview, the instructional materials, and so for this one there are a series of videos, as well as there is a discussion for this one. So any of the topics that are connected to a discussion, you will have a link to an explanation of the discussion prompt and a link to that discussion group. Okay. Going further down, we have the Assignments tab. So when you click on the Assignments tab, you will see each assignment that we have during the semester. And so during 1 week, you have been assigned to be the discussion leader, and then there are 4 discussion weeks. And so if you click into any of these assignments, it will give you some directions, as well as often it will have a rubric attached. So here it gives you an overview of what is expected for this assignment, and the rubric is attached. So what you will do for any assignment that you have to post anything, you can just choose the file, upload the file, and submit it for me. And so because this is an online class, everything is submitted electronically. Now for several of these assignments, you might not need to necessarily submit something here. For instance, anything, just this direct discussion posts, you post those elsewhere, so you don't have to upload anything there. But for each one of the other assignments, there is something that you will upload for me. Again, there are, as you've seen in the syllabus, there is 1 assignment at the end of the summer session for master's students and 1 assignment for doctoral, so you are doing one or the other. Below that is the discussion forums. And so the first one that you will do is the All About Me. Of course, this is not scored. It's just to help us create some community and get to know each other. And so how you will go about doing that is you just click on the topic. Okay, it says, there are no messages posted here. All you have to do to post is you click on Start a New Conversation. You can title it whatever you would like. And here is the body of the writing that you will submit. Now, I really encourage you to write out all of your discussion posts, anything that you're going to be posting on just a Word document and save it somewhere just in case something happens. So I usually just type it out in a Word document and then I copy and paste it over into this box. And then you can click Post and it will show up for you. Okay. You will be doing, that's just an introductory post, but beyond that you will be doing 4 posts, 1 for each week. So the first one is related to behaviorism, then constructivism, motivation and self-regulation, and then the last week is critical pedagogy and theories. You will post once to the original prompt and then respond to 2 classmates. So I believe your first post is Wednesday night when it is due, and then you have until Friday night to respond to 2 of your peers. You are also grouped, so you are in groups of 4 to 5, and so you will only see the responses of members in your group. Below that, you can come down to email. Here you can send me directly from the site, you can send me an email, but you can also send it externally from your Redbird account or whatever it is that you use. Okay. We then have the sign up tab, and this will allow you to sign up for our 5 to 10 minute initial meeting if I have not met with you separately on campus. And so here you have a number of options starting on June 1st all the way to June 7th that you can click on a time that works for you. So let's say that you are available on Friday during this 9 to 11 time period. Click on that and it will allow you to sign up. So if you wanted to sign up for the 9:15 to 9:30, just click on that. You will sign up, and please do add a comment and give me your phone number. So just type in your phone number there so that I can have a way to reach you. Okay. And then we will move over to the roster. In case you would like to contact anyone else in the class, or you find you have something in common with them, or you just want to ask a question, or you want to complain about me, that's completely fine. Here is the roster where you will have connections to the other students. And then at the very bottom is what I actually would like for you to do now. So once you finish this video, please come to the orientation tab and it will help you get started for the course. And so at the beginning, it just talks about kind of upon completion of this, you'll have reviewed the online documentation about the requirements for the course, and you'll have interacted with your classmates. And so I'm asking you to do 3 main things at the beginning before you really dive into the material. First of all, review the syllabus, course schedule, and all the discussion materials, because I feel like that's where students have the most questions. And also just kind of familiarize yourself with all of the tabs, kind of go through and feel comfortable with that. I'd like you to sign up for a phone meeting, which I just showed you where that was under the sign up tab, and then go ahead and post in the All About Me discussion board. And this will directly link you to that. So here I have, again, the course syllabus. If you have not looked over it, there's another link to it there. I have the course schedule. Please be sure to save that so you can stay on track for the summer. And then I have the discussion rubrics here. So at some point you'll be a discussion leader, and at some point, at least during all of the weeks, you're a discussion member, but you'll be scored separately from being a leader during 3 of those weeks. Okay, so it talks about what's expected of you as a discussion member and how I will be assigning points to that. And then below that talks about being a discussion leader, where you will facilitate some of the thinking, try to extend what people are saying, monitor the discussion, and then at the end of that week, you will write a summary of the responses and comments to the prompt. Okay, and then there is a rubric there. You can click and open. That will tell you specifically. It gives you kind of a template for how you can fill out that summary, and then it talks about how you will be scored. Okay, so we'll go back to this page again. And here is the list of discussion leaders. So if you do not see your name somewhere, please let me know and I will assign you a time. But during week 1, you will see for each group, I've assigned a person. So for instance, Haley is going to be the leader of group 1, Kelly group 2, Priscilla group 3, Annie group 4, and Kathy group 5. Now, because of the number of students signed up for this course, there are a couple of weeks where you might be a co-facilitator. You do not need to collaborate with that person in any way. It just means there are going to be 2 people monitoring and facilitating the conversation, each writing their own separate summary. Now, for many of you, APA format is very familiar. For some of you, it is new, so I have some resources down here. Everything that we do in class will be using the APA formatting, and you will be listing citations in the APA format. And so there are several different links that will help you get started, but please use those because that's an important aspect of your graduate studies here. So I believe that takes us to each piece of this ReggieNet site. Please don't hesitate to contact me if you can't find something or you have any questions.